Hi. So when I first started Anden Reacts, I did like a pitch to you guys whether you actually wanted to see it or not, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. So when I first pitched Anden Reacts, it was originally supposed to be like a mixture between video links and then links of like articles and stuff, just things that you wanted me to share my opinion on, but the latter part of that never happened. It was only video links that you guys sent me, which, you know, it wasn't a problem. But Anden Reacts is now mainly me reacting to, you know, videos. But I still wanted this, you know, opinion-based thing. And that's why I'm thinking about starting Andens Opinion Corner, OC for short, because I am so talented. And if Andens Opinion Corner happens, then it will be out every Monday, whereas Anden Reacts is out every Friday. Now Andens Opinion Corner will work basically the same as Anden Reacts, except that instead of me clicking a link to a video, I will be clicking a link to maybe a news article, preferably not, you know, something about war. I would prefer to keep it, you know, maybe entertainment-ish. And then I will share my opinions on whatever is inside that, you know, link. Now the difference between Andens Opinion Corner and what was part of Anden React is that now it can be almost anything but a video, meaning that it can be like an article about a new toy that's coming out, maybe an article about something pop culture, Justin Bieber dyed his hair blonde, or an example I can give you is The Order 1886, which is a video game, got a lot of flack these past couple of days because it's supposedly only 5 hours long. And maybe you're thinking like, oh hey, that's something I want Anden to, you know, share his opinions on. And so then you take that URL from that, you know, article and then you send it, you know, as a link. And then of course I will tell you what I think about The Order 1886 being 5 hours long. I will say like, I think that gameplay and story is more important than the length of the game, and then I will give examples to like The Last of Us, which wasn't, you know, 60 hours long, and Bioshock Infinite, and, you know, other games that aren't, you know, super long, but the story and the gameplay was really good. You know, just examples like that. It's supposed to be my first impressions. So I would prefer that the maybe article links and the cool stuff that you want me to react to is less than 2 weeks old. I want my videos to stay somewhat relevant. I mean, links to maybe video game articles or maybe pop culture. I know nothing about pop culture almost, so you know, you'll get my opinions on things that I don't really know much about, which I think, you know, maybe is the fun part, because I'm going to see maybe a bit ignorant about some opinions. You might not agree with some of my opinions, but I think, you know, that's the point. We're all different people. We all have different opinions. Anden's Opinion Corner is just going to be me sharing my opinions. But as I said, pop culture, video games, maybe comic books, maybe, you know, superheroes and stuff, you know, that's what I'm interested in. I would much rather, you know, share my opinions on that. And what I will stop doing is that I will stop going into video game news stuff such as IGN or like GameSpot or some, you know, I will stop going into those so that my opinions and my initial reactions to whatever link you send me will be as, you know, as pure as possible. So, you know, that's just a small pitch. Anden's Opinion Corner will be a bit longer than Anden Reacts, mainly, you know, because talking takes a bit longer to do than watching a video. But hopefully you think that this idea might be worth something. And again, just the rules. A link, anything but a video, can be a new toy, preferably something about video games, pop culture, movies, comic books, you know, just entertainment stuff. The articles and the news and all that stuff has to be less than 2 weeks old. Preferably keep it, you know, PG-13, and we should all have a pretty good time. Now, if you do think that this is like a good idea, you can say that in the comments so that I know. And maybe if you already have like a link to something, you know, then you can comment a video with, you know, with that link, and then I will start this series already on Monday. Of course, that is if I have the links. Now, something that I really want you to do is keep Anden Reacts and Anden's Opinion Corner to themselves. And what that means is I only want you to send links to videos that you want me to react to on Anden Reacts episode. On Anden's Opinion Corner episodes, that's where I want you to send everything that you want me to share my opinions on. Just so that these two don't get, you know, extremely cluttered with a bunch of different comments. And if you don't think that this is a good idea, then tell so in the comments. Don't just say, I don't like this. I would prefer if you say, you know, why you don't like it, so I know. Now, I know that this video might be a bit long, and it's just me talking, but for all of you, but for the few of you, should I say, that have stick through up until now, I'm going to tease something different just for you guys. It's something that I wanted to tease a while back, even before I cut my hair, but I'm still working on some technical stuff, and I'm not sure that this thing that I'm about to show you is even something that's going to be out like next month. That's why I'm only saying like in 2015, because I don't want to give, you know, a more specific thing. But anyway, this is a small teaser of something else that I'm going to be doing on this channel this year. Hello and welcome to the first official episode of Anden Plays. Huh? Doesn't that seem interesting? Now I'm still working on like the recording stuff. Now I'm not going to be doing walkthroughs or literal 15-minute let's plays. I might play an hour of a game and then I'm going to be cutting that up, so just the funniest part, you know, where I'm funny. Maybe if it's a scary game where I'm scared, you know, just condensed funny parts. And hopefully Anden Plays will actually happen, because I'm still a bit unsure how to work everything out, especially on the technical side, because my laptop is not good enough, sadly. But yeah, we'll see about this, and I'll see you tomorrow with an Anden Reacts. Goodbye.